So yeah, that new ban list is out. What's up YouTube, this is GalacticGod, and I'm here to talk to you about the now official April 1st, 2014 ban list. Now the thing that strikes me as the most odd is not cards that came on or off the list itself, but it's actually what they defined as this format. Now I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but the format this time is going to be 3.5 months long. Why? Why does our list go into July 13th? Why? One can only assume that it has something to do with Nationals and Worlds and possibly combining both the OCG and the TCG list at the same time for Worlds. That's my best guess at this point, but I guess only time will tell. So let's talk about what came off the list and what went on. Now, as you guys I'm sure already know, nothing came off the Forbidden list. No Dark Strike Fighter, no Cyber Sign, no Trishula, no Elemental Hero Stratos. Unfortunately, nothing that was on the ban list came off. But there was 2 cards that were added on, both Morphing Jar and Morphing Jar number 2. One can only assume that this is to prevent the Jackpot 7 OTK from running rampant across the TCG. Those are kind of my initial thoughts on why they would even remotely hit those cards. For limited cards, they hit stuff like Wolfburg, Gundy, Infernity Barrier, and even Rekindling. Rekindling wasn't really seeing too much play, but the other cards definitely will impact the meta somewhat. Their Infernities was kind of a pretty, really well-defined, tier 2, tier 1.5 kind of deck. And of course, Wolfborg was part of Fire Fist, which was definitely a tier 1 deck, and Gundy was part of Mermails, which is also a tier 1 deck, so though it would definitely impact the format. Both Yugioh and Bujin players should be pretty happy. Looks like that we're going to see a very Bujin heavy format now. Heretic Seal went to 2, kind of not hurting the Heretic deck too much though. We also got Necroface now at 2 copies per deck, but I can't imagine that also having too much of an impact on the meta. And that in a nutshell is the Forbidden list. Not too many changes really made on it, but I think most duelists were relatively happy with how the last format shaped up, and this one doesn't look like it's going to modify or change too much. So if you like the last format, you'll probably still enjoy this one. As I said before, both Yugioh and Bujin players should be pretty happy. Nothing from either one of those decks were remotely touched, so they should be able to hold strong into the next format. So, in the comment section below, remember to let me know what you think of the new ban list. And I guess that's it for now. This is GalacticGod, out.